Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hope all you guys had a pretty good Monday. Today, as you guys know, is Tuesday the 6th here already in March. Yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys did pretty good last night. Wasn't too bad of a night for us here for premium. This was Anthony's lineup here, scored a 305.4. Definitely not too bad there. Had Joseph Rozier, Smart, Hood, LeBron, Giannis, Larry Nance, Kuzma, and Horford. So definitely not too shabby there. So we will definitely take that there as a W. For the most part, I mean, there was a lot of duds last night. You know, if you avoided those, and you probably did half decent. Smart, you know, he was a dud. We'll get into that, but there you go. You see there. Rozier, 29, Joseph, 24. Hood had a 25. LeBron didn't do good there with a 49. Giannis, 54. Larry Nance, 47. Kuzma, 32. And Al Horford as well with a 29. So, yeah, definitely not too shabby there. So as normal, if you guys want our premium lineups for Fanduel or PGA, definitely let us know. PGA is not too far away. Always starts on Thursday morning, so we'd definitely love for you guys to join. Like I said, our last week we scored I think a 500 exactly, so definitely did win last week. There is one of our there we go. There's one of our subs there. I won about $30 on that one there, and then another one here did pretty good. Put in $45, won a $205 on our lineup. Like I said, it was only $10 for him to purchase it, so definitely easily made his money right there. So if you guys want to join PGA, like I said, it starts Thursday morning. It always ends Sunday night. So $10 for two lineups, definitely not too shabby. And like I said, if you want to sign up for NBA or PGA, as you guys do know, all you have to do is click on the website down there, and we'll get you all set up. You will have to have a Twitter to access either one of those sports, so definitely keep that in mind. So, yeah, anyway, we'll do a recap of yesterday. These were my picks that I had on there. It was kind of an interesting, slate. These were just the guys that I picked early. Obviously, the Irving news came out, and a couple other guys came out as well. So, my picks would have changed throughout the day. So anyway, we got Lillard. Didn't do too bad with the 50 there. We knew that was going to happen against the Lakers. Obviously, he had, 19 points in the fourth quarter, so definitely came alive there. Rudy Gobert just below his kind of his average. But 48-4 definitely will take that for sure. Blake Griffin had a good one with a 44-1. Justice Winslow, I told you I was really high on him. 43.9 definitely paid off there. Bledsoe, not bad, 40.6. Probably had him at low ownership, so a pretty good option there. Jermichael Green, 40.5. Even in a very hard matchup, he still did pretty good. CJ McCollum, just above average with a 38.5 there against the Lakers. And then Kobe Simmons, 27.3. Doesn't seem like too much, but he was like 35 or $3,600, so definitely exceeded his 5 times value. And studs, there's actually a couple more duds than normal, excuse me. Tragic 25-7. I do consider that a dud because I think, should get you at least 35 points. Just don't know what's going on with him. Might have to lay off him for a little bit. Lonzo Ball, man, he just sucked. 20.4. Huge disappointment there. I didn't have him, but a lot of other people had Peyton. He didn't do too good either. Also, another stud was Larry Nance Jr. that I had. Didn't put him in there. Josh Richardson was really high on the guy. Man, he didn't do good here. 17.8. Just didn't have it there. Marcus Morris, I think a lot of people were on him, especially when Irving went out. He didn't do anything either. A 16.5, and Marcus Smart with a 13. So, yeah, I mean – the duds, I mean, I had Smart and Morris in most of my lineups, so that kind of screwed me a little bit. So it was definitely an interesting one. Like I said, we still pulled it through fantasy wise with Anthony's lineup, so definitely not too bad. So as normal, guys, if you guys want to get in on Draft Dashboard, definitely a good little tool. If you guys are struggling, you need some help, extra research, Draft Dashboard is a very good tool. Helps you optimize your own personal lineup, helps you find top players, helps you find the sleepers and stuff like that. So definitely a good tool to have, and it ranks everyone out of 100, as you see there with the dash rank. So definitely do recommend it at the end of the video. Like I said, I'll just show you guys a little optimized lineup and mix and match a couple guys. So like I said, in a couple days, Coming up, you will be able to have my own personal player pool here on Draft Dashboard, but you must sign up through my link to get it. If you do not sign up through my link, you will not be able to access my own personal picks. And keep in mind that my players will update throughout the day. So, definitely a good little tool. Like I said, a lot of you guys always ask, hey, can we get your own, personal player pool? And like I said, in a couple days, we are still working on it, but you will be able to get that if you sign up on Draft Dashboard. So, yeah, like I said, definitely would love to have you. And as normal, if you guys sign up, you get a week completely free. And definitely sign up through the link to get the free week. And like I said, in a couple days, get my own personal player pool, which you're definitely going to want to have that. So that is that for now. Like I said, we will get back to that at the end of the video. So like I said, if you want to get in on that, link will be in the comment section. Same with our website, and our Twitter will be down there as well. So that is it. Anyway, let's get to today's slate here. Interesting slate here. We got about 3 or 4 really good games, and the rest are kind of trash. 8 games here for our main slate. Right away, that New Orleans Clipper game, 237 total. That's probably one of the highest that I've seen, and only a 3 spread. Everyone's going to have that game. I think you definitely should as well. Dallas, Denver, 219 4 spread. I like that one. Really kind of my sleeper game here is Charlotte and Philly, 215 and only a 1 spread. I honestly do like a couple from that one at lower ownership in that one. OKC, Houston, this one, I think the spread is going to change throughout the day. Honestly, 222 and Houston by 4. I do expect Houston to get up to about a 6 spread here. So, but definitely keep that in mind. Toronto game, not too into that one. Washington, Miami, not really into that one. New York, Portland, not really into that one either there. So, but yeah, like I said, Charlotte game, that's kind of my GPP game. Denver, Dallas, love that one. And obviously New Orleans and the Clippers, and maybe 1 or 2 from that Houston game there. So, and then I didn't really mention Brooklyn, Golden State. That's a 14.5 spread. It's the 230 total. So maybe, a couple Brooklyn guys might get a little bit above five times there. So, all right, so let's get in the picks here. We got Russell Westbrook, high total, obviously. Not the best matchup for him, as we know. Chris Paul, very, very good defender, but they are at home here. A very key game for them. Russell Westbrook, always in these matchups, usually gets you around 60, 65. So Westbrook, like I said, hard matchup against CP3, but I do think he will come out on top here. Kemba Walker, I really do not mind this pick. I think his ownership should be relatively low here. As I just told you about that Philly game, I like a couple guys here I really do like. 8,100, nothing too crazy, but these guys just faced just a couple days ago, and Walker didn't look too bad with a 41.7 and 42.2. So last 4 games, he's been scoring some pretty good points there. As you see, 31, 23, 31, and 27 real points. Walker, I think he's good for about 40 to 42 points here tonight at relatively low ownership. So definitely don't mind putting in Walker if you want to kind of get away from the crowd of Westbrook and Chris Paul. All right, moving on. Mid-range, we got Dennis Smith Jr. I think he'll be very popular here. Good matchup for him. 6,700. Like I said, he's been pretty hot, Dennis Smith, so I would definitely recommend putting him in there. Rondo, like I said, he kind of scares me because every time I pick him, he sucks. But anyway, very high total. 4 straight games with 10 or more assists, which is huge, and 2 straight double-doubles and only 6,500 in a game that you're going to want to have, obviously. So definitely put in some Rajon Rondo there for 6,500. Right below him is Austin Rivers. Very high total. His ceiling is not as good. His upside is not as good as Rondo. But his ceiling is definitely, a lot better. I think he can his floor is a lot better than Rondo. I think he's going to get you around, 32 points here. And I think, Rondo is one of those guys that's either going to get you 16 or 45. So if you're looking to play it safe in this one, Rivers should get you 32, 33. Rondo, obviously, he's either going to get you 19 or go off for 40, 45. So that's kind of what I'm looking at in that one there. So, yeah, all 3 of these mid-range guys, I really do like them. Cheap option, he's going to be very cashy. Milos Teodosic, obviously. Cheap exposure to a high-paced game here. very fast-paced game. So 4,400, put him in. They're probably good for about 25, 26 fantasy points. Shooting guard, James Harden. Honestly, I would rather have James Harden than Russell Westbrook if you had the pick. OKC DVP 25th for shooting guards. They're not good anymore since Robertson went out with the injury. I think Paul George is probably going to try and handle James Harden quite a bit. But still, I think Harden is in for a pretty good game here. Always plays OKC pretty well. So, like I said, I'd probably have Harden over Westbrook if you had the pick. Drew Holiday, like I said, I have almost everyone from this Clipper and New Orleans game. Once again, high total, $8,500 should be in a good spot to get you 45.50. Once again, Lou Williams, high total, should get you 35 to 40. Will Barton, bid hot, very easy matchup, $7,900 here against Dallas. Like I said, Holiday and Lou Williams, they're going to take up a lot of the ownership. So some of these other guys aren't going to be too well owned. And like I said, Will Barton really not sitting in a bad spot. It's a 219 total, so it's really not that low of a total. Should be a good game. 42, 34, and 42 here. So definitely not looking bad. 2 straight games, obviously, with over 20 real points scored. So I think you can definitely put in Will Barton at relatively low ownership. This is, once again, you're probably getting sick and tired of seeing him, but Nicholas Batum, obviously, is on my list again here. Price stays very good at 7,300. This guy, like I said, almost every time has a triple-double potential. 42.6 just a couple days ago against Philly. Probably my favorite pick of the night. Like I said, Holiday and Williams are going to be very popular, but I'm picking this dude again. Price isn't going up. I like it here. I had a down one against Toronto, but I didn't recommend him that one. I knew it was going to be a hard one for him. But like I said, Philly just played him not long ago. 14 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. I think he's good for about 40 to 45 here once again at low ownership. So Batum definitely my favorite shooting guard of the night by a mile. And like I said, that low ownership definitely helps out as well. Gary Harris, if you don't want to spin up for Barton, I think Harris is going to get you almost the same exact amount of points, about 35, 36. Barton might get you 38, 39, maybe a couple more points. But, I'd probably go Harris, just save a little bit of extra money there. Like I said, he's been hot as well. Next is Eric Gordon. I don't think his ownership should be too high here. Mid-range pick here, definitely my kind of a sleeper. I think he'll definitely go overlooked. Who knows? Maybe a little more people are onto him than I'm expecting. But 5,400 exposure, obviously, to a good fast-paced game. 27 and 33 in his last 2 games. 22 and 29 real points. So obviously his shot is on, and I think he can get you around 20, 28, 20, 29 here once again, in a fast-paced game here against OKC. All right, so there's no sleepers there for the shooting guard. Moving on to the small forward, there's really no studs, no upper range. Small forward is where it's kind of not good. So, maybe just punt your small forward here. It's just, like I said, I only have 4 of them here. So, anyway, Damari Carroll, like I said, not the best matchup against the Golden State Warriors, but this guy, he's always out there playing. Should get you around 33, 34 fantasy points. Good high total there. So, maybe Brooklyn scores a couple more points than normal. Obviously, the high total is mostly because of Golden State there. But, shoot, 6,200. I don't think many people are going to have him. 41 and 30 in his last 2. Like I said, if he gets you 33, 34 fantasy points, I'll definitely take that from him. Also, another guy I didn't mention, but I'm going to mention him. Andre Iguodala, he's in a pretty good spot, 4,300. Definitely, I think you can punt with Iguodala here. 37 and 28 in his last 2 games. Definitely looking good there. So I think you can easily put in Iguodala if you just want to punt that position. I think he is in a very good spot here tonight. Harrison Barnes, 6,200. He might get you, like I said, his normal 30 to 33 points against Denver. Just put him in there. Covington, definitely a GPP option. I just put him in there because there wasn't any small forwards. Like I said, GPP, very low ownership. Last game he had 33 against Charlotte, so I guess you can consider him. He's one of those guys that he's up and down. So that's definitely up to you. And then you got Winslow. It is a back-to-back, but he has been hot. So we'll see. Tyler Johnson is back. Maybe that affects Winslow a little bit. Winslow is a small forward, power forward. So not the best matchup against Washington, but maybe get you 24, 25 fantasy points. So if you had the pick, I'd probably go Iguodala over Winslow just because it's not a back-to-back for him. Moving on, power forward, obviously, Anthony Davis must have very big total, as I mentioned. Been in beast mode. We know how he's been doing there. In February and starting March, he's been pretty good. 12,500, definitely got to get him in there. Just definitely a must-have here tonight. Upper range, I don't mind some Tobias Harris. New Orleans not too good against the power forward position, and Harris not looking too bad. Had a couple, not too good of games, but I think he definitely rebounds here. 7,900, as I mentioned. Had a big game. I think he had 52, 54 last game against Brooklyn. I like him. I really do think he can get you around 35, maybe 40 in this one. Easily could top off at 45 or 50, but probably around that 35, 40 range. Definitely not too bad for Tobias Harris. All right, next is Nikola Mirotic. Like I said, this guy, his minutes are up and down. Definitely, I like him if Okafor is out again. 6,800. Okafor was out last game. The reason why they play him so much is because he's a lot better defensive player than Nikola Mirotic. Mirotic, not a good defender at all, but obviously he's a pretty good offensive player. As you see there against Dallas, Okafor didn't play, and he had 35 fantasy points. So, if Okafor plays, probably not going to go Mirotic. I'd probably maybe spend up to get Harris if you can. But if Okafor is out again, which reports are saying that he's likely going to be out, I would definitely go, cut a little bit of Nikola Mirotic there for sure. Paul Millsap, 6,100. This guy's consistent. Like I said, his ownership should be a little bit lower because everyone's going to have Davis, Harris, Harrell, and a little bit of Nikola Mirotic. So Millsap, but look, this guy's looking good as normal. Dallas, they really do suck against power forward. 26, 37, and 29. Still coming back from his injury, but he's looking good. I can see about 34, 35 fantasy points in this one, so definitely don't mind some Paul Millsap. Dirk Nowitzki, I like him. Lower ownership, good for about 28 to 30. If you go look at him last couple games, he's been looking pretty good in the low 30s for fantasy points. So I think he's in a good spot here. Obviously, taking on Denver with a 219 total. So, like I said, lower ownership, maybe not the craziest guy out there, but I think he's good for about 28 to 30 here. Montrezl Harrell in a very good spot, but a big thing here is last two games minutes have been way down, so that's very concerning to me. I don't really know why. Like I said, I went and looked, and no one's really getting a boost here for minutes. So I think Clippers are just going a little small here. I do think they're going to need Harrell a little bit more in this one to help with to help with Davis. Like I said, 2 games, 15 and 14 minutes. Like I said, that's concerning. But if you think he's going to be half decent, as we just saw, 25, 25, and 32 and 31, maybe he stays what he does, and hopefully he picks up his minutes. I don't mind him again. But like I said, minutes concerning last couple games there. So hopefully they pick it up. But as we know, he's definitely a fantasy point per minute kind of a guy. All right, definitely I love him. I think he'll be popular if Okafor is out again. Check Diallo. Only in play if Okafor is out. If not, no reason to play him. Had a huge game when Okafor was out last one. He had 39 fantasy points there, 4,300. I think you have to have this guy. Like I said, he will be very, very popular if Okafor is out. 4,300, like I said, definitely love him. You could easily combo Davis and Chuck Diallo here for sure. So had a double-double last one, 39.5 against Dallas. So like I said, Okafor out again. I definitely love some Chuck Diallo for sure. All right, moving on to the center position. Studs, you got Joel Embiid. I don't mind him. Don't think he'll be popular at all because everyone picking Davis there. But, I really don't mind him. Low ownership, I honestly do think so. He's been up and down, but once again, 52 last game against Charlotte, 10,300, relatively expensive, but I think you can easily get him at like 13, 14% here tonight. So, if you want to, go GPP, I really don't mind some Joel Embiid. Upper range, Jordan going to be popular. I will say if Okafor is playing, that hurts Jordan just a little bit because, as we know, Okafor is a half-decent defender. But yeah, if he's Okafor's out again, shoot, unleash Jordan. I think he can get you, 38 to 40 in this one, easy. Kind of my GPP guy here, good sneaky play, Clint Capella. I like him once again. No, we'll have no ownership at all. OKC is ranked 21st against the centers, which is relatively surprising. 7,500. This is one of those guys that can definitely erupt here for 40, 45 fantasy points. And shoot, you'll take that definitely on this, on a slate like this that everyone's going to have that New Orleans game. So, like I said, I do like him. Last game against Boston, a little lower, 33-4. But Clippers, he had a huge double-double there with a 44-8. I could see 40, 45 in this one. So, well, yeah, definitely a sneaky pick. I really like some Clint Capella if you're not going to spend up for Jordan or Embiid. Mid-range, I just put Jonas Valanciunas in here. Definitely a GPP. Easy matchup against Atlanta, but as we know, he's one of those guys that either get you 19 or go off for 30, 35 points. So that's just if you want to go really low ownership there, and that is mostly it there for that center position. So, yeah, as you see, not too many cheap guys, and the cheap guys are at the power forward area. So should be a good one. Like I said, really stacking that late game, which everyone else is going to, but with the 237 total, it's pretty hard to ignore that. So, yeah, going back over to draft dashboard, as you see there, got a random lineup. Let's do that. As you see here, I got 29 players that I am watching currently. Obviously, that will go up and down throughout the day. But once again, you just click optimize, and it adds most of the watch players into your lineup. And like I said, it gives you extra salary, so you can just mix and match. As you see there, you got you 1,100 left over. So, and as I keep telling you, if you want to upgrade these guys, each guy has certain upgrades that you can go up to, and definitely change that. So, as you see, Harrell, if I don't think he's going to get his minutes, 7 upgrades available for him. As you see there, Paul Millsap, boom, sitting there with a 95 dash rank, and I think that puts you right at 60,000. So, if you like that one, definitely save that. Like I said, if you don't want the guy anymore, you just definitely take him out. And if you want him like locked in your lineup, even if you do more lineups, obviously just put the little lock dude. It don't matter how many lineups you do, he'll automatically be locked in there for you. So, yeah, definitely, like I said, a very good tool. Been using it quite a bit. A lot of you guys been using it as well. Really been liking it. So, like I said, it's not just for NBA. MLB's coming up as well, and they got a pretty good tool for MLB as well. So definitely would love for you guys to join. And as I tell you, you get a 7-day free trial for signing up. And if you do want my own personal player pool, like I said, not available yet, but will be coming here very, very shortly. You have to sign up through my link, which will be in the comment section, to get my own personal players, which, like I said, will definitely help you guys out there. So if you want that, like I said, sign up through the link. Will be available for you here in just a couple days. So that is it. Like I said, it was a good night for us. 305 for Anthony. And obviously, over the weekend, golf was good with a 500. As you see there, one of our subs won 205. So as normal, PJ, $10 for the week. Always starts Thursday and ends on Sunday. NBA, $40 per month. 3 to 4 lineups per day. And yes, as I said, we are going to be doing some MLB when the time comes around. So if you want to get in on either one of those, as normal, website in the comment section, click on it, and we'll get you all signed up. If you want to get in on that 7-day free trial and get my own personal NBA picks, so my own personal NBA player pool, like I said, that comes out in a couple days. Definitely sign up through the draft dashboard link down there for you. And also you can follow and hit us up on Twitter as well. So that is it. Like I said, this should be a pretty good slate. I'm really liking it. As you see, kind of my GPP game there with Charlotte, cash game with the Clippers, a couple from that Dallas game, and 1 or 2 from that OKC game. So, yeah, should be a good one. Definitely looking forward to it. So hope all you guys do pretty good. And like I said, if you like the video, definitely leave a like. We do appreciate all of the support. So, yeah, hope everyone has a very good day, win some money, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.